trust that I'm on. If I'm on and you can see me, send me a few thumbs up or a bit of loving. Because we're here to talk about how to let go of stress and drama in your, and get your time back, especially around your business. But trust that you can take this and use it in your life as well. It's not just about business, so please do that. So I'll just wait for a couple of people to come on. And if you're watching this later, put a thumbs up, put a heart, let me know that you're watching it and that that you're here. I know it's lunchtime for some people. It's here in WA. It's 1 p.m. right now. So it's awesome to be here and talk to you about this really important thing. And it's a thing that I'm coming across from a lot of clients that I work with, a lot of people in business and a lot of people not necessarily in business. Hey, how you going, Mark? So I want to talk to you about drama first and foremost. What is drama anyway? What is drama in your life? Hey, Matt. So drama for most people is when we get stuck in our own drama, or we can get stuck in other people's drama. What do I mean by that? Great question. So have you ever heard yourself saying, oh my God, this happened to me, and then I had a car accident, then that happened to me, and then this happened to me, and the next thing you know, you're on this cycle of poor me, or poor them, or something happened with them, and you go into the story of what happened, and you poor thing, and oh my God, can I help you? And you get stuck in this cycle of it. And I get it. I've been there myself. So you go, oh my God, what's happened? I had a car accident, just for example. Actually, I had two. But the car accident I had, I could have sat in the drama of it in terms of, oh my God, poor me, I've hurt my back now, what am I going to do? I get it that you can't help what happens to you. I do get that, and with respect, absolutely. But at times, you can't help what happens to you, but you can help what you do about it. So that's what I'm talking about when I'm talking about the drama, is getting into that, oh my God. And then we talk about stress. Stress is another huge thing that's really, really detrimental to you. Poor use of emotions, Matt says, drama is. It is, but it also taps into some of the core needs. So as human beings, we have 6 core needs that we need to achieve on some level. Now, I'm not going to go into them in this one, but I'm sure I'll do another one on that. But we will achieve those things all the time. We will achieve them. It's just human nature how we need to achieve them. So we need certainty, for example, in our life. We need to know when you put your foot in the ground that your foot will actually touch the ground, that there's ground under there. So that's the kind of certainty that you get. But going back to drama, so drama is an unresourceful way of achieving one of these needs. One of those is around uncertainty / variety. But again, that's something I need to park because it's not where I want to go with it today. So we get stuck into the drama, and then we go on to stress as well. So stress is, and some people may disagree, and I'll ask you to suspend your judgment just for a moment. Some people may say other people are putting stress onto me, but that's not true. The thing is, here's the real tip, is you put stress onto you, because you perceive that the other person wants this, and their demands are more important than yours. And that's really vital there, guys. You feel like their demands are more important than yours, and then you put the stress on. But what happens when you have that stress and the drama, and quite often they do go together. So when you have that stress and drama, it puts your body under pressure. Your body actually feels like it's under attack. So the result of that is that you are quite often in that flight or fight mode. And I know that you've all heard about flight and fight, and I get that. However, the one thing that's quite often discounted and forgotten is the freeze. So it's flight, fight, or freeze. So quite often our body goes into, it gets ready to run, it gets ready to fight this thing. And more often than not, unfortunately, in business and in life, we freeze because we don't know what to do, so we do nothing. And the thing is, doing nothing, you're never doing nothing, so then you're shrinking as well. So your body is actually starting to show signs. And if you listen or pay attention to your body, it will show signs that it's breaking down in areas, and that's because of stress. How do I know so much about this? Oh my God, because I've been there. And I will put my hand up and say that I relapse now and again, because what it does is it results in you being worn out, frazzled, you're too tired, and one thing I hear all the time, I don't have enough time. Well, you know what? You can't put time in a box. You can't make it stay in one spot. If you don't take some control of your time, it's actually going to disappear anyway. 12 months is going to go whether you do stuff or not. And that's really something that I want you to pay attention to. How often have you been in January when we set all our New Year's resolutions and our goals, and we go, oh my God, where did the last 12 months go? And all of a sudden we're here making the same resolutions that we didn't do last year. So it goes anyway. Time cannot be contained. You can't stop it. You can't slow it down. You can't do anything with it other than be in the time. So if you can change the stress and drama a little bit and take back your time. Now, where you want to put your time is totally up to you. It may be you want to relax on a beach. It may be you want to put more time into your business. It may be you want to put more time to you. It doesn't matter. But you are the one that is in control of your time. So as far as I am concerned, and this is something that I use, there's 3 steps to making sure that you take back your time and let go of some of the drama and the stress. And that's what I wanted to share with you today. Number 1 is, and you've already done it if you're here listening, or if you're listening to this afterwards, so give me a little bit of a thumbs up and a love and let me know that you're still paying attention there, guys. So number 1 is awareness, new awareness. We need to frame things in a different way. We need to start looking through a different lens, if you like, through a different pair of glasses, and start to filter in some stuff. But more than that, if you're aware of stress and drama, well, then you will be here listening to this. If it didn't interest you, or you didn't think it was something that you had any awareness of, you wouldn't even tune in and listen to that, isn't it? Wouldn't you agree? So it's how we're conditioned quite naturally. It keeps us playing small. Our ego has a great job. We hear the word ego just bantered around everywhere. But the ego's job is to keep us safe. That's its only one job. Quite often, though, we get programmed from the time we're young, as in experiences make us believe this. If somebody shouted in a loud voice when you were young and it meant that you got a slap at the end of it, well, then you kind of create a little neural pathway up here that loud voices means you're probably going to get this result. And that's how we build and become the person we are. So it is a kind of a conditioning. So your ego will see sameness as staying safe. So quite often it goes like that. So having a new awareness, a different awareness, is really vital. And again, even listening to this, it means that you are aware that you have stress and drama in your life. That's step number 1. Step number 2, and I love this one. I'm sure you have heard somewhere, if you're in any kind of working environment, is, that's not my monkey. So I want you to ask yourself, literally, if somebody is saying, hey, I need you to fix this problem, internally or externally, if you feel like it, you go, well, is that actually my problem? Is that something I need to take on? Is that my monkey? Because if that's not my monkey, why am I taking it on board? So literally ask yourself, is that my monkey? Is that something I can actually do something about? Because if you can't do something about it, all you're going to do is have a chat, and nothing's actually going to come of it. So that's step number 2. So step number 1 is awareness. Be aware that stress and drama is having an impact on your life, is step number 1. Step number 2 is ask yourself, hey Lisa, make sure you're putting in a thumbs up and everything if you can see me, or wave at me. Step number 2 is let the monkey go. Ask yourself, is that my monkey? Is there something I can do about it? Can I fix it? Can I help the person fix it? If it's just going to be a big gas bag around it, hey, thanks Lisa. If it's just going to be a big gas bag and a chat around it, well, then all you're doing is just getting down in the trenches and not getting anything done. So 6 months down the track, or a week down the track, or an hour down the track, you're going to go, what the hell was I just doing with that? And now I haven't got this, and this done in my own life. You're hearing what I'm saying? Hi, Rhea. And step number 3 is take responsibility, and take responsibility for you first. Is it good for you? I have a saying that I coined there a couple of weeks ago, and this is around business. If you're not growing, if you're not learning, or if you're not teaching somebody else when you're in a room, get out, you're in the wrong room. So think about yourself first. And if that's in life rather than business, is this good for me? Am I keeping myself healthy enough so that I can be of help to others. It's the old metaphor of being on the airplane and putting your oxygen mask on first. You simply must put your oxygen mask on first, or else you won't help the other people. So there's 3 tips in how to let go of the stress and trauma. And I keep saying trauma instead of drama. One is have awareness around it. Get some new awareness. And that's a way of actually expanding all learnings. Hey, Nuala. It's a way of expanding all learnings is to actually be aware. That's the very, very, very first step in anything, is to be aware. Number 2 was let the monkey go. If it's not your monkey, give it back. Because otherwise you're just going to have a hump on your back with all the monkeys that you're carrying. So don't take on somebody else's problem just because you want to dive into the poor me conversation with them. It doesn't actually help them, and it doesn't actually help you either. Now, I'm not talking about, please understand guys, I get sometimes things happen to people that are dreadful, and should you be empathetic and do what you can? Absolutely. But if it's just for a matter of this, and you know you can't actually help them fix anything, and or they're somebody that's choosing, and we all have these people in our lives, somebody who's choosing not to take action. They would rather be stuck in the drama and moan and whinge, and they tell you the same story over and over again. I'm not interested. Come to me and you have an issue and you want to change, absolutely. Come to me and you have an issue, you just want to whinge and talk about it all the time. I'm not interested, quite frankly, because it doesn't serve me either. And number 3 was take responsibility for you first. Always take responsibility for yourself first. Everything that we have ever done, every decision you have ever made has led you to where you are now. Whether you want to take responsibility for that or not. Some people would say, oh, but this happened and that, yeah, but that happened, but you chose who you were when you dealt with it or didn't deal with it, whichever way that was for you. So I trust that those 3 steps, again, is awareness, let the monkey go, and take responsibility for you first. Now, if you want to know a little bit more of that, I've put a link up above me of a little short video of a mentor of mine that actually goes into it a little bit more, as in new awareness and what we need to do, and how we have this illusion of we need to keep everything in balance. So pay particular attention to where he talks about balance and trying to keep things in balance. Now, if you want to dig a little bit deeper and you really say, hang on a minute, you know what? There is something in that and I want to know some more, Carmel. Send me a private message and I have a little gift for you that I'll send you straight away. Because when we start delving into us and allowing ourselves to have the time for us, everything changes. Everything just has to change because we're putting ourselves first. And we're taking full responsibility of who we're being or who we're not being, and putting our hand up and going, yeah, I stuffed up, or hang on, no, I'm more important. Not I'm more important than you, but I am more important to keep fit, healthy and alive than that monkey is, than that problem is. So I trust this has been of value. Remember, have a little look at the quick video that's up here above me. If you're just joining now, go back and watch it. It's really good. And hey, Caroline. And if you do love what you hear up there, and you've loved what you hear here, and you want to delve a little bit deeper, then please private message me. I have a little gift for you. So, bye.